Welcome to Zoho Books, a powerful financial platform for your business. With the Canada edition of Zoho Books, you can handle all your accounting needs, such as managing invoices, purchases, budgets, track timesheets, generate federal and provincial tax returns, generate financial reports, and much more. In this video, we will see how you can sign up for Zoho Books, set up your organization, and begin your accounting right away. To get started, go to www.zoho.com/books and click the Sign Up Now button. Here, enter your company name, email address, and create a password for your organization. Select your business location as Canada. Mark this box if you wish to receive marketing updates from Zoho. Click here to agree to the terms and privacy policy. Now click Create Account. Enter your organization name. The business location will be Canada. Select the state, province you are in, and enter your business address. The currency will be set as Canadian dollar. You can choose the desired language here. Now click Get Started. You can choose to get a quick tour by clicking here. For now, we will select the other option. That's it. Your organization is all set up. You will get a verification email in your registered email address from where you can confirm your account. After signing up, you will be logged into the Getting Started page, which will help you navigate through Zoho Books easily. You can find the corresponding how-to videos here and use the help documents here. The functions in Zoho Books are broadly sectioned into two parts. The left sidebar, which consists of modules to record your day-to-day transactions, which include sales, purchases, projects, etc. And the Settings tab, which allows you to set up your organization, configure the preferences, automate tasks, and integrate Zoho Books with Zoho and other business apps. Let's go through each of them in brief. The dashboard will give you an overview of your financial health. Under Items, you can add all the goods and services that you provide in your business. In the Banking module, you can connect your bank account, import bank statements, match transactions, and reconcile your account. In the Sales module, you can add all your customers, create transactions involved in a typical quote-to-cash process. You can create and send estimates, sales orders for the items that you sell. You can create invoices for your customers, and once you receive payment, you can track them under the payments received. You can create recurring invoices to be generated on a regular basis, and if you have any additional credits for your customers, you can store them in the form of credit notes. Next, you have the Purchases section, where you can add all the vendors from whom you purchase your items. You can add the expenses in your organization and also the recurring expenses. You can create and keep track of all your purchase orders and bills. You can also track all the payments made to your vendors through Payments Made. You can add your recurring bills here and track any credits from your vendors through vendor credits. With the Time Tracking module, you can handle project accounting. You can add, manage projects, and log the time spent by task or employee using timesheets and raise an invoice for the same. In addition, you can also track the project-wise expense and determine the profit earned per project. The Advanced Tax Automation system in Zoho Books lists down the default tax rates which is applied on sales and purchase transactions automatically based on the shipping or billing address of the customer and the tax registration details entered by the user. The 5 tax return configurations supported are GST-HST return, BC-PST return, Quebec sales tax return, Manitoba retail sales tax return, and Saskatchewan provincial sales tax return. The tax return module will be shown in the left pane once the respective tax return setting is configured under Settings section. Here, you will be able to generate tax returns based on the province in which your business is registered and is obligated to collect and pay tax. Furthermore, you can track your tax adjustments and tax payments while filing your returns. In the Accountant module, you can add accounting transactions including your manual journals, recurring journals, make currency adjustments. You can add all your accounts under the chart of accounts and compare the performance of your business using budgets. The Reports module will consist of various business and accounting reports. For example, the Profit and Loss report, balance sheet, cash flow statements, aging summary, timesheet profitability summary, and much more, which will help you get real-time insights needed to optimize your business. The report aims to reveal information about your business such as sales figures, purchases, inventory, and activity logs. For any report, you can choose to schedule it, share it securely with your team, and also export it in various file formats to your system. For businesses that are registered with tax, the taxes section will be enabled in the reports module. Here, you will be able to generate the tax summary report and group based on tax authority. The documents module acts as a storehouse for all your documents. You can upload documents here, auto-scan data from the document to create new transactions instantly. You can also auto-upload your bank statements from email as well. Here, you can configure the modules you wish to enable on the left sidebar for your organization. Next, let's go to Settings, where you can view and customize the additional preferences to best suit your organization. For instance, here you can configure your opening balances, you can add multiple users and assign roles. We also have a wide range of templates in multiple languages. You can set up automatic payment reminders, configure various integrations, explore the automation features, and do a lot more. Now that you have a basic overview of Zoho Books, let's look at a few basic steps to quickly start your accounting. Make sure to follow these steps in order to set up your organization seamlessly. First, let's set up your organization profile. Click the settings icon and go to Organization Profile. You can upload your company logo here. You can select the industry you are in. You can edit the company address here. Please ensure that you configure the correct address, mainly the province, as the tax automation is based on this. If you have a separate address for receiving payments, you can mark this box and enter the same here. You can choose to configure the email preferences for the primary contact of your organization here. You can also choose to configure the fiscal year, report basis, language, and other settings. After this is done, click Save. Now let's configure your tax settings. Go to Settings and click Taxes. If your business is registered to collect and pay taxes in Canada, then in the tax section, you can configure your tax return settings. To configure the tax returns, click Configure. Please ensure only to configure the return settings for the province in which your business is registered. For now, we will configure the GST HST return and the QST return. Tax agency will be selected by default based on the tax return selected. Choose the reporting period and the fiscal year from the drop-down. Select the tax basis and the date from when you wish to generate the first tax return. Then click Save. You can view the list of system-generated tax rates, tax exemptions, and tax agencies here for the configured returns. Also, in future, if your business gets registered to collect taxes in a different province, then configure the respective tax return settings to use the relevant tax rates. However, other than the default tax rates, if you wish to add new tax rates, tax groups, tax exemptions, or tax agencies, go to Tax Rates section and click the down arrow next to the Plus New Tax option. Otherwise, head to the respective section and create it. Apart from this, configuring the returns will allow you to generate tax returns. Click Tax Return Setting and then click Go to Return. This will take you to the respective return module. Tax Rules is a tax automation feature introduced to apply tax rates by default for your sales and purchase transactions. In a sales transaction, the tax rates are assigned based on the customer's shipping or billing address. Likewise, for a purchase transaction, The province configured in your organization profile will be considered for applying the tax rate. Based on your tax registration, the tax rates for each province is listed here. When a customer's shipping or billing address on the invoice matches one of these provinces, then the respective tax rate will be automatically applied to the transaction. You can also create a custom tax rule. To do this, click the plus new tax rule option. You can also make use of the Avalara integration to automatically choose the right tax rate for the corresponding sale transaction. Next, you'll have to configure your chart of accounts. You can do this by going to the Accountant section and selecting Chart of Accounts. Here, you will have a well-defined list of accounts and their corresponding account types. If you wish to add any additional account, you can click the Plus New Account button here. Then, choose the account type and enter a name for your account. Additionally, you can enter an account code and a description for your account. Click Save. Your account is now created. Next, you will have to add your items, which are the goods and services in your organization. If you already have a list of items, you can import them from here. You would need to follow the file format and can also download a sample file for your reference. To add items manually, you can click the plus icon next to items, or you can click the plus new item button. Then enter the item name, unit, its cost and selling price, and select the respective accounts to track sales and purchases for this item. Now, if you are selling a special item, then you can select the appropriate sales and purchase tax rule, else you can leave it blank, and the default tax rule will be applied based on the transaction performed. Furthermore, you can add a description and select the preferred vendor from the drop-down as well. You can choose to track inventory for this item by clicking here and choose the corresponding inventory account, opening stock, and opening stock rate per unit. Now you can save it. Your item is successfully created. Now it's time to add your customers. If you already have a list of customers, you can import them by clicking here. You can also choose to add them manually. To do so, go to Sales and click the plus icon next to Customers, or the plus new customer button here. Choose the customer type, whether a business or an individual. Enter the name of the customer and their company name. Choose their display name and enter their contact information such as their email, phone number, if any. In the Other Details section, you can choose the currency. You can choose the tax rule from the drop-down as exempt or any custom tax rule based on the special tax treatment applicable to the customer. Otherwise, by default, the tax rule will be applied based on the shipping or billing address of the customer. Here, the opening balance represents the customer balances you will carry forward while migrating from another accounting application to Zoho Books. As we will import the opening balances in the upcoming step, let's move on. Here, you can choose the payment terms and enter the social profiles.
You can also choose to enable the customer portal for them, from where they can view their invoices, make payments, and keep track of all their transactions.
Go to the address section to add their billing and shipping addresses. You can add their contact persons and other necessary details of the customer. Then click Save. Your customer has been successfully added. Similarly, you can add all your vendors under the Purchases module. To make sure your accounting is intact and continuous, you would need to bring in your opening balances, which you can get by running the trial balance report in your previous accounting software. After getting the report, go to Settings and click Opening Balances. You can follow the steps mentioned here to enter all your opening balances correctly. You can enter the migration date, which will be the date on which you generated the trial balance report in your previous accounting software while migrating to Zoho Books. You can import your accounts receivable for the amounts you are yet to receive from your customers and accounts payable for the amounts that you are liable to pay. Under each of these categories, like asset and expense, you will find their corresponding accounts where you can enter the debit and credit amounts. Enter the amounts and continue. You can click here to import your opening balances. Click Confirm. Now that you have set up your opening balances, added your items, customers, and vendors, let's see how to create your first invoice. Go to Sales and click the plus icon next to Invoices. Select the customer name. As you can see, the default tax rule has been applied to the invoice based on the shipping or billing address of the customer. The invoice number will be auto-generated. You can also choose to enter it manually by clicking the gear icon. Enter other details such as the invoice date, terms of payment, and due date. Next, add the items for this invoice. Add the customer notes and terms and conditions of your business. Integrate and configure your account with any of the below payment gateways such as Stripe, 2Checkout, PayPal to receive payments seamlessly from your customers. Then save the invoice. You have successfully created your first invoice. You can also integrate the online payment gateways from here. When you mail your customers the invoice, they can directly pay you by clicking the Pay Now button. You can also choose to record payments from your customers manually. After the payment is recorded, the invoice status will be changed to paid. Furthermore, you will be able to perform these actions on the go from anywhere, anytime, from your iOS, Android, and Windows device using the Zoho Books mobile app. Now let's take a look at yet another important feature in the Settings module.
The customer portal helps your customers to handle transactions and track payments all in a single space. Let us see how to enable and use the customer portal in Zoho Books.
Go to Settings, Preferences,
Customer portal.
You can edit the portal name. Then select the list of notifications and access you would like to enable for your customers.
Then enter a banner message and click Save. To enable the customer portal for a customer,
Go to Sales, Customers, select the customer, click More,
and select Configure Customer Portal.
select the customers to whom you wish to provide the portal access. Once you do this, click Save. Zoho Books will send an email inviting them to the portal. On accepting an invitation, your customer can create a password and log into the portal. After this, they will see a dashboard which displays important details such as outstanding invoices, available credits, latest transaction, and account details. They can also view and edit the list of cards they have added. Your customers can view the list of estimates, invoices, sales orders, payments made, projects, timesheets, and customer statements. The customer can view the estimates here, accept or decline it, and add comments here. They can view all their invoices here and choose to pay them instantly by clicking the Pay Now button. In the Payments Made section, they can track all the payments made so far. In the Projects module, they can view the list and details of the projects created for them. Zoho Books also offers a few other features that could interest you, which include the Automation module, which allows you to create workflow rules like email alerts, in-app notifications, and much more for different modules to perform appropriate actions. The Integration module helps you to link your Zoho Books organization to various Zoho apps as well as other third-party apps. The Payment Reminders module allows you to set up automated reminders to be sent to you as well as your customers to ensure you never miss a due date. Now let's get back to the dashboard. Once you start creating transactions, you can view different business metrics for your business, such as your total receivables, total payables, the cash flow in your business, your income and expense, your top expenses, projects that you're working on, the bank and credit cards that you have added, and your account watch list. You can also view all the recent updates in Zoho Books by clicking here. If you use multiple Zoho Books organizations, you can click here and switch to any of them. You can use the help documents and the assistance of our support team over chat, email, or phone from here. You can also access your Zoho account from here. Hope you got a good overview of Zoho Books. In the description below, we have added a link to access our 14-day trial where you can access all our features for free during the trial period. After the trial period gets over, you can choose to continue using our free plan or subscribe to any of our paid plans. You can check out the pricing page link given in the description below. That's it for now, folks. Have a great day. Thank you.